All right, y'all check it out. Third episode, baby, of the Truth Be Told ESTL.
No doubt.
And got my brothers here, Mr. Sean. Got my guy here, Mr. T.
What up, people?
How y'all doing? Hey, so let's talk about this. How was y'all week?
Man, mine was pretty much the same. Nothing too much change. Just working.
Grinding.
Getting ready for these trips.
Getting ready for the trip. Heading up and down. Where you go where from where?
Well, I'm just talking about in general for us, like trips and shit with the old lady.
No, I'm just saying, but you drive trucks and stuff.
Yeah, I go to like
this, right?
In the region, 4 hours, anywhere between a 4 and 5 hour distance.
Kansas City,
Indiana, Chicago, Memphis,
okay.
Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you do that like you be doing that daily, don't you?
I'm home. I go to at night. I
Gotcha.
do it at night and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
I'm home in the daytime. So I've been doing it now for about 15 years now.
Okay. I've been off this whole week, man. This is my week off. I ain't got.
You liking it? Or you loving it?
Yeah,
you
man.
Know,
It give me a sense of freedom.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, because
Okay.
nobody in there
Hey,
can cab.
you had a big old cowboy hat on running out with your walkie talkie C459.
Nah, you know that's for them. That's for them older cats. You know what I'm saying? Now we got the head unit now, whatever and stuff. So
Right.
we do a little bit different now. We a little bit more technology wise now.
Got you,
and stuff
got you,
like
got
that.
you.
Yeah, but it's
Hey, did I leave my glasses over there?
Yeah, you left probably on.
Not those, them dirty. But if you see the blue ones, I don't. Yeah, give me those black and red ones.
You see, I got my bifocals on.
Yeah, cause I can't
Yeah.
see, man. Hey, but check it out. What about you, T?
Oh, yeah, everything copacetic. For me.
So you at the
Just
gym
working,
yesterday, man. I
you know, try to stay in shape.
Hey, Tony be at the gym hanging from his ankles and doing sit-ups. I be like,
What's that? What they call it? Calisthenics?
Calisthenics. I do a lot of
Calisthenics.
calisthenics.
Right.
So, you know,
But
just bodybuilding in general.
my week went
Staying
pretty
young.
good. I started a whole journey. I talked to you guys
Right,
about it,
right.
man.
Yeah.
7 days, meat, dairy, sugar, anything free. Haven't had any processed foods in my system. And like I talked to both of y'all, man, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's funny that you say that because I did that last year for about a month and a half. I thought I was calling myself a vegan, but I was still eating fish.
Right.
So it's was it pescatarian?
Pescatarian.
Yeah.
Pescatarian.
Yeah. And I know the feeling because it didn't take long for just to get a lot of energy and stuff like that. And
Right.
I lost weight in the process.
Hey, it's so crazy because I was gaining weight. You know what I'm saying? When I first started it, I guess, and I kind of was like, wow, why am I gaining weight? That don't make sense. And I was, flush, like I say, everything was coming. I was going to the bathroom the first 2 days like crazy.
Yeah, you would do that.
And I threw up more mucus than I was going to the bathroom.
So you was throwing up in the process?
I was mucus
Mucus.
cold. The phlegm and all that crap that be in your system,
Okay.
And I was getting it out of my system. Then like the third day, man, I was like, it seemed like I was a new person. I ain't gonna even lie about it. But like I said, I gained weight. I got up to 200 pounds.
But that's before.
No, this after. This like my third day.
This was after. It's
Why would you
because
gain
of-
weight?
Because I thought I was like, man, I'm gaining weight, but it was because my body was taking all the water that I didn't have.
Okay. Yeah, because you get a lot of water.
Yeah, from the fruits and vegetables. So, and I guess, in your skin, like your skin is the biggest organ of your body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
When you go around, you're itching and you're dry and all that. And
Dehydrated.
You dehydrate.
You dehydrate.
Your body dehydrated.
Yeah.
So, you depleted of all your minerals and all that. But today, I weighed myself and I was 195.
195.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That because now everything
What you
is.
eat for breakfast?
I had a smoothie, a berry smoothie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, with all my different nutrients in it. If anybody needs to know, I'll let you know what I do. I mean, certain people do different stuff.
Right.
But I had did my my smoothie every morning with my plant-based protein mix.
Yeah.
I
did that.
I think Chanel, you asked me. He's like, man, well, where you getting your protein from?
I did, man. And the reason why I asked that is because, like I said, last year I did it. So I did the cleanse. I did the cleanse. Well, actually, I did what they call the master cleanse. Mm-hmm. So that's the sea salt, which is flushes everything out your system,
Right.
or whatever, and it's the lemon, cayenne pepper,
Yeah.
and that. So I did that for about 3 weeks, and then I went into being a pescatarian, which I thought at the time was a vegan and stuff
Right.
like that, whatever. So After I got that and everything, I noticed I didn't notice any gain in weight or anything, but I did lose weight, and then the protein aspect came. So I ended up going to and hiring a trainer. Mm-hmm. And he asked me, of course, you go in there and consultation. He asked you, what is your diet, whatever, with the wood to this point, what are you trying to do? So I told him what my diet was or whatever and stuff like that. And he was like, I ain't trying to knock you being a pescatarian or vegan or whatever you're trying to do is, but you know what I'm saying? In order to build muscle and lose weight, whatever, you're going to need protein and stuff like that. So then he had me going to eating like 6 times a day, which I didn't understand, but according to him, it keeps your metabolism.
So let me ask you this: so
now, and here's the thing, whatever and stuff like that. So I don't know what happened, but I do know 2 months after, because when I was doing the pescatarian thing, I noticed that I didn't have no muscle mass. I was soft. I was what they call skinny fat, I guess.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So once I start eating the 6 meals and working out and lifting weights, whatever, I'm not gonna lie, man, my muscles, you know what I'm saying?
So and I'm gonna tell you, everything you saying is right, but my thing is this: I'm muscular. I haven't really. I see my abs within 7 days. That's crazy.
Right. I believe you.
I'm not, but.
Mm-hmm. And that was our question. That's what we was kind of going back and forward. So can you explain the protein, what you was telling me? Because I did find that interesting.
So you asked me that the other day. We was talking on the phone. You don't get protein from meat, from any fish. It's no such thing as protein. It like meat is not protein.
Okay.
And that's what I've kind of understood. Like just say for instance, it's common sense. A cow eats what?
Eats grass.
A gorilla eats what?
Like plants.
So you think they get protein?
They get, from my understanding, they get protein from the things that they eat,
which are vegetables and leaves and fruits and all that. So therefore,
so no disrespect. I know this.
Let me interject.
Okay. Go ahead.
You have some fruits and vegetables that do have protein.
Yeah,
avocado is one.
Avocado.
So I see, I can see your point, but no, their composition is not the same as a human composition.
Who is that?
We're talking about the grass eaters.
Right.
So they don't have to eat protein for their metabolism or for their cells to produce the protein.
Right.
The protein is in the meat, and you need a certain amount of grams of protein to burn the fat, because when muscle builds, it disintegrates fat.
So here's why I debate you on that.
Right.
Because as me being on an alkaline diet, I'm not considering myself to be a vegan nor a none of that. I'm just trying to cleanse my body up and change. First thing I read, you asked me, and I was like, damn. Where am I getting my protein from? Mm-hmm. So I went my smoothies in the morning. I went and got my plant-based. Mm-hmm. You read the back of your, it says this many, this much protein, this much protein. Chia seeds packed with protein.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So
you're getting a protein.
I'm getting the protein,
but you're not getting a meat-based protein. So that's a difference. Peanut butter has protein.
Got you.
Okay. Avocados have protein.
Okay.
Kale has protein. Okay. So you're getting a different kind of protein, but you're still getting the protein. You're getting the protein.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I can contest. I can pull it up right now on my phone. I know 10 vegan athletes on my hand that are vegan athletes, are top choice athletes. They muscular. They
what
build
do they
and
do?
they lean.
What type of sport do they play?
Football. Basketball. It's what you call him is a vegan, if I'm not mistaken. But if I may be wrong, but what's his name? Terrell Owens.
Now, but he wasn't when he played.
Yeah. He was when he played. He was a vegan. And you look at him now, he's just that much more bigger.
Well, he's bigger, because I know, for example, it works for different guys. Noah Hopkins, he's a boxer.
Right.
Okay, he tried to be a vegan while he was boxing, but he's like, his body wasn't recovering fast enough for him to fight. But after he retired, he would recommend you doing it. But while you competing in contact sports, because you're not getting the red blood cell protein, your body takes longer to recover from the injuries or from the contact of the sport.
So
that made sense to me.
So I don't know if I talked to you or Chanel the other day. Normally, when I go to the gym after like 3 or 4 days, my body recover or I get sore. I notice while I'm on this alkaline diet, I'm not sore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's pluses, but the biggest reason why I did it was I'm not real. I've never been keen on any medications.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I believe that between me, my wife, and my kids or whoever, we have an herbalist business. The Grateful Company. So I'm like, man, let me try this because just to name a few. And I tried a lot of this. All my fruits, the apples, bananas, like I'm just giving you alkaline stuff. And I was telling Chanel the other day, it's so crazy. And then we'll come back to this because we got a lot of other stuff to talk about.
Right.
He was saying something about Kevin Gates said he can cut the light on, with the touch of a hand. I'm like, come on. But I understand what Kevin Gates saying because you see that lamp over there? Them the touch lamps. You can just touch it and they come on. Touch it with a sponge or a piece of plastic, it won't come on.
It's the same part you kind of said with the gloves, with the phone, the touchscreen gloves.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me.
So just with that saying, everybody has we have electricity in our body.
Right.
We know that. Just because let's say you go down cardiac arrest or whatever, what they put on you, they probe you to wake your cells up, to get your heart back.
Right.
So meat does not conduct electrodes. They never, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm not gonna never eat meat again, but when I get back on it, I'm gonna start eating fish.
Right. Okay, so I've heard people somewhat kind of compare, and it's no disrespect. I heard certain people try to compare gorillas being big like they is, and cows and stuff like that to people. Okay, now I may be wrong, but I revolt a little bit because it's safe to say their bone structure is different. Their intestines and stuff are different like that because of the kind of animal that they are. Either one or two things I think that is safe to say. Either it's because the protein that they're getting out of plants that they're eating, whatever, they eating a bulk of it so much, or their bone structure, or both.
Well. Let me say this.
And the only reason why I'm saying that, whatever, not to just say what you're saying is right or wrong, it's just the fact that I do notice when I was on the pescatarian thing, you're right. I felt lighter. I felt more clarity.
Right.
Even when I would go to the bathroom, it threw me off because I'm going to the bathroom 3-4 times a day faithfully, and it don't even have an odor.
There you go.
That's right there. I was like,
right.
I don't even have an odor or whatever, stuff like that. After 3 days, whatever, stuff like that. But I could not, for some reason, understand why I could not build muscle. And I'm going to the gym like, what the hell? Am I not lifting heavy enough or whatever? So I was like, you know what? I just give me a trainer. So when I got my trainer, he gave me, you know what I'm saying, I would eat vegetables with every meal. You know what I'm saying? Have my micros, my protein, my carbs, and my fruits and vegetables or whatever. 6 times with every meal. And I noticed, man, like in probably like a month, a little bit over like 6 to 8 weeks, man, arms got big, shoulders got big, whatever, stuff like that. So
I mean, what was you eating though?
I was eating like tuna steaks. I was eating fish.
Oh, so you was doing the fish, but you was getting you was saying you was getting some of your protein from your fish and your seafood you was eating, right?
But that was when I was doing it as a pescatarian, called myself a vegan and stuff. I was lifting weights, but I couldn't figure out why I wasn't gaining it. I don't know if I wouldn't get enough protein from the fish or whatever. But I do notice whatever when I wasn't trying to be a vegan or pescatarian either or, and he just put me on this 6 times. So
let me ask you this, Chanel.
I mean, I was like, damn.
Tony.
Okay.
So we see people at the gym every day.
Yeah.
Like bigger guys, like bigger build, and they have muscle. And say they eat what they want to eat. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that they are? will they see the full concept? Say for instance, if they get on a pescatarian diet.
Okay. My thoughts on that. Yes, I believe you should. I put in the category of fasting. You should fast at least 4 times a year.
4 times. I thought it was
The fast of
at least
yeah.
fasting. You know.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
Because you know,
That's what I was saying.
clean four times a year, and then they'll start seeing better benefits in what they trying to accomplish. Some people may just be content with that, but if you want to get better, like most of the guys that I see at the gym, they got a gut. You got nice shoulders, nice, you know.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
But they got a gut, so you know your gut should be cleansed when you're trying to, you know.
Because I'm assuming the reason why they got the gut, whatever, is because it's the food that's
it's
sitting
the
on
bad
the
food that the body is storing up.
Right. Because it takes 2 to 3 days just for.
I think that's a give or take.
Okay.
You talked about that at the gym. We just was talking about that.
Like we go to the gym every day. So we as older men, you don't see a lot of older guys moving like, you know what I'm saying, or running or just to keep our metabolism going.
Okay.
So we burn off and our body use whatever it's
in there.
The
more you eat, this the concept of your trainer was getting. The more you eat, the more you use the bathroom. So the less your body have to try to say, okay, I finna store this up because I don't know when my next meal will come, or it's too many hours before my next meal, so it's gonna store. So that's why your metabolism will kickstart. And you know, so
because you even have people that's a little ignorant and thinking just because they don't eat
that they're gonna lose weight.
They end up gaining weight.
They gain weight
for real.
Yeah.
Because they, like you were saying with the car thing, you're not putting any.
Well, and I think that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, my body went into, I ain't saying went into shock, but I started gaining weight because I guess my body was like, okay,
it didn't know it started storing. It didn't know what you was doing.
There you go.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with you on that. Yeah. And then once it got like, okay,
it knew what you was doing.
Yeah. Okay, it got used to what I was putting in my body. Right. So now, I guess
it takes because anything like that you do drastic to your body is going to shock it.
Yeah.
So it don't know which direction to go. That's why after 2 or 3 days, whatever, the weight actually came off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be honest with you. Today was the first day I looked in the mirror and scared myself because I say, damn. I'm serious. I'm like, I got abs.
You see your abs.
I see my abs and it threw me the fuck off. I'm like,
which is a good thing because when you think about it, and I know you're not lying, bro, because even last year before I did it, like 7, 8 years ago, bro, I cleansed for like 30 days where I just had water, fruits, and vegetables. That's it. I can show you a picture.
I remember that.
I didn't even do no abs.
Yeah.
And I had abs, bro.
Because, look, let me say, you have abs.
Yeah, you do. It's the fat on top of it.
It's the fat on the abs are there. You just cover them up. You know what I'm saying?
The fat, yeah.
That's one of the easiest. That's one of the easiest muscles to have, but they hard to maintain, especially because if you keep eating. But say something about the digestive system and the European way of eating, the American way of eating, and say the folks that don't get to go to the gym, that are just, they go out, they drink liquor, they you know what I'm saying, they every time, I mean, just like eat meat every day, every day, bad diet, that shit piles up in your system.
Of course.
So
like a big.
But what I'm saying is, so now. And I read about this. Sometimes you see those real big obese people, and they are just diseased and sick and all the time because now the food, your lymph nodes start taking stuff and putting it through your body. So now it's got filth and trash and bacteria that's floating through your bloodstreams and causing the cancers and the and so that's why it's good to have a probiotics, get some fiber in you, drink some water. And if you're not drinking water, you can take all the fiber. Your body needs water. That's like the number one. You can survive in the desert. You have 4 hamburgers or whatever food and no water, you'll die. If you have water, you'll survive 30 days in the desert. Yeah, I'm telling you.
And I learned from Yaki and stuff who got a lot of information.
Give it up for
Yaki. You get a lot of water. Because he was saying he don't out of your fruits and cucumbers.
They call that H3O.
Well, because your cucumbers, some of your fruits,
cucumbers, melons, watermelons, anything melon is pretty much like that. Like the water, I can't wait till the watermelons come back out.
And make sure they see
Make
it.
sure they got seeds.
Seeds
Right,
in 'em.
right.
We didn't got so
Seedless.
lazy now,
Yes.
man. We didn't got so
Let me
lazy.
ask you this, Tony.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What's up with the what? I know, but
Okay.
For the audience, for the
where the seeds at?
hybrids.
I mean, Monsanto. They want to take the seeds out because they want to kill you. It's anything that man can do that goes against God. Okay, that's the underlining. When you go against God, he want to try to do everything to go against God.
Right.
So in Genesis we say in the seed, he made seeds, and then the seed's going to produce seeds.
Right.
Seed, and it never stops.
Yeah.
So the seeds is life.
Yeah, I mean,
And then ain't
not
nothing-
just in food.
Yeah.
It's we pass seeds. You know what I'm saying? That's how we. That's what we do.
So that's why when you get watermelons, make sure they seed it.
Right. Hey, yeah,
Seedless is always chemical induced.
You know about them seeds, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're got some good seeds, man.
Yeah. For sure.
So answer me another question. I know the answer, but maybe people don't know this. Why is it that foods in the United States is plentiful, mostly bad, but if you go into like another country, they be totally banned?
Because a lot of the chemicals they put in the foods in the United States, like you go to China or you go to like even Canada, some of the foods over there, some of the chemicals they making the food with and processing it, it's banned.
Why would it not be banned here?
Because we hear the profit. The United States hear the profit off the people. You get them full, get them sick, send them to the hospital, get them some medicine. It's just like a whole 360.
Basically, of the pharmaceuticals, pharmaceutical
department,
business.
And
it's
that's
like
that's
$1 billion.
That's just, so what do you think about let's say high blood pressure, or let's go diabetes.
Okay.
So when I had diabetes, I was type 1. Don't have them no more.
Mm-hmm.
My doctor was like, "Is it hereditary? It runs through your family."
Right.
And I'm, they say that to
hereditary. We talked about this.
Yeah, hereditary to me is mindset. If my grandmama and them did this, you know what I'm saying? It like we keep eating the same pig feet, pig ears and
right.
And that's crazy because now when you change your environment. Let me just say that.
Right.
2 twin brothers.
Right. That's
one of them raised right here. The other one you take them and raise them somewhere over in say let's go to Japan. They meet back up when they 21. You got one that's heavy set as a mug.
Yeah.
And you got one that's wear glasses, look like he just spin. It just his thought process and everything is different. It's the environment you're raised in. That's hereditary.
Right.
That's
hereditary. That's a scam.
That's a scam.
That
You know what
the
I'm
medical field in America has been pushing for 100 years.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, I knew a young lady, whatever, that had was a diabetic so bad she had to take insulins, right?
Right.
Gain weight and stuff like that. She started reading. I think she was reading Dr. Sebi, and it helped her get out of taking insulin and everything, whatever. To the point where she changed her food, the way she ate, and it just reversed it.
Yeah.
So when she went back to the doctor, he couldn't believe that, what I'm saying, that what she was saying before was reversing and whatever and stuff like that. And he still tried, he still tried to get her on
try to put her on to some type of medicine.
Yeah.
Profit.
So is that safe to say? So if that's safe to say, whatever, that depending on how your illness, how far gone you are, that most likely it can be reversed.
I believe it can be reversed. I believe your body can heal anything.
Yes, it can.
Yeah,
but your body has to have the right minerals to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why right now you say your body is meant to heal you.
To heal
itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But once you depleted of all things of the body that heals stuff, that's when you start deteriorating.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
You start deteriorating. But I was talking to Tony. I don't know if I told you. I just want to be. So it's an app out, man. And anybody who's really health conscious, and you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And I advise you to get it or check it out. It's called what is it called? Hold on one second. What is that app called? What is it called, Demar? Oh, Yuka. Yuka. And what it is, you scan the barcode on all your food, and it'll tell you. Yep. It give you ratings from red to orange to green. Red being the worst.
Being the worst.
And it'll tell you what makes that product bad.
Okay.
And majority of it be sodium, too much sodium, different kind of chemicals they do, like coloring, food coloring.
Yeah, especially the food coloring.
The food coloring and all that. So it tells you, and then sometimes depending on, like I was telling Tony the other day, what's the one, C4s, the pre-workout drinks.
Yeah.
They had it shows you one that's better than that. Well, say far as not harming your body, putting your chemicals in there. But it's called Yuka. I'll put it up on the screen here. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, man. Just anything that we come across that can help one another, help our followers or whatever. Yeah. Man, that's what I'm here for. But it's just crazy, man. I commend. I have so much energy now, and it's amazing to me. My clarity, you know what I'm saying. The white of my eyes are white again. You see what I'm saying? So you go to the bathroom, you just go. You be like, damn, that's all I got to do. You know what I'm saying? And you get up and you ain't on it. You ain't in there straining and all that. So, but that was my help. I'm doing it for 30 days.
Okay.
I'm on 7 days right now, man, and I can imagine.
And then after 30 days, if you see the improvements that you're going to continue to do it.
I'm going to continue to do it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to continue to do it, but here's the thing. I like I said, I don't consider myself to be a vegan or a pescatarian or none of that. But it's a point where if I feel better than I did 30 days ago, why not keep doing it? Okay. It's all about a life change, about, we all talk about, I want to be a millionaire. But you gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Why would you live your life half the time, want to be on medications, want to be going to the doctor? You know what I'm saying? The quality. I like the quality of life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not the quantity, the quality of life, and I think that's what made me do it. One more thing, right before we gonna move on to something else. Tony.
Okay.
You know what made me change? The second podcast, I wasn't on the podcast. We had my boy Lonzo sit in.
Yeah.
And I had a swollen lip. I had got allergy, and I'm like, what is it? Taking Benadryl. And that's when what's his name? Yaki from St. Louis. Shout him out. I saw one of his videos. He was on Sway. And man, it was a blessing. He's a blessing to me because I just started listening to him and doing some of the things that Yaki, I call it the Yaki juice. The green juice, man, hey.
That'll clear up anything.
Hey, that will clear up anything, man. I'm telling you. So shout out to Yaki, man. If you don't know the guy, follow him. He's a good dude. I ordered some herbs from him. Okay. Also, I'm a big sea moss user. And I just found out how to get my sea moss from St. Lucia over in Jamaica. I get my own now. Okay. Because I don't want my stuff battered down. I want the real stuff.
Right. So the people that had the reputation, like Dr. Sadie, after he died, his wife said that now the stuff you get,
it's not.
So they put fillers in it.
Yesterday they said your order is on its way. I'm tracking love and everything. So
that's what's up.
But what else been going on besides the health? the health, what else been going on?
Man, politics, geopolitics.
Oh my goodness. I knew he was gonna do the politics, man.
Well, I
come on.
Basically, okay. I want to share and just paint a
y'all
picture.
Give it up for Lonzo.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all coming out, baby.
All right. Okay, there is a group of individuals that run the planet, and they control pretty much everything from sports to politics to our money system and everything. Okay, and it's funny. Now we're gonna touch on 911. A lot of people, we all know about what happened 911, but a lot of people have different ideas or different theories on what happened.
When you say 911, what are you
I'm talking about the World Trade Center.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about when you're somebody.
The World Trade Center, not the 9. I'm sorry, the World Trade Center. It's funny because the bourbon that you have was created
Yeah.
From metal from the buildings. Now, I was thinking about this, all week and how I was going to introduce it, but to paint a picture of how deep this stuff goes, and to me, it's a sense of urgency for everybody to have an understanding on what's going on. It's not. We should have that elevate to that consciousness that God put in us to be able to see through a lot of these smoke screens that they put in front of us, or these what they call false flags, or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for people who don't understand, there was 2 buildings that got hit, but 3 buildings fell. Building 1 of the World Trade Center, Building 2 of the World Trade Center, and what they call Building 7 in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, as they was filming this live, the news, they was filming it live, you seen 2 buildings burning in the back of the reporter.
Mm-hmm.
And the reporter reported Building 7 is also on fire and burning. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't. So they cut the feed for like 7 minutes, then come back. Now Building 7 was being demolished. Okay.
So what you saying? He spoke too soon.
He spoke 7 minutes too soon, 8 minutes too soon. We reporting the news. So it's not okay. I know people died, but this showing you how contrived. And I'm gonna go deep. I'm finna go real deep on what happened on that day. It was a ritual. Okay, in a ritual, the people responsible for the ritual, we in the truth community, they're called 93, or cult, CULT 93. In every secret society, when you get past the 33rd degrees in Freemason, you want to be part of Cult 93. It's called Behind the Hidden Veil. Okay, that's what you accomplish. And so it's certain things that they signal to say, I want to be part of that. Or if something happened, they'll signal and say, we did this. Now, the flight numbers, it was 4 flights. Mm-hmm. It was number 11, flight 11, flight 93, flight 175, and flight 77. Okay, now these 4 flight numbers, and these are Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley was like a 93rd degree Mason behind the hidden veil. So he's like the epitome of where you want to go on that level. These was his 4 favorite numbers. Okay, so flight 11 hit the World Trade Center in between floors 93 and 99. And I'm going to come back to and tie that in. Okay. Flight 175 hit Building 2. Okay. Now, Flight 93, it was a struggle. It didn't hit where it's supposed to hit. It was supposed to hit Building 7. Mm-hmm. But the news told us that, the people that was on the plane fought and struggled, and the plane crashed somewhere in Philadelphia or somewhere. It didn't make it. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, y'all remember that. Okay, and Flight 77 hit the Pentagon.
Right.
Okay, 77. The Pentagon is 77 meters tall. Is that a coincidence?
So they can go fact check and do all.
You can go fact. The Pentagon is 77 meters. You can Google this. Mm-hmm. It's 77 meters. Now, where the ritual takes place is Flight 11 hit 1 World Trade Center. Okay, 93 was supposed to hit Building 7. Flight 175 and then 77. So when you add up 11, mm-hmm. Okay, you're going to get 1 and 1 is 2. Mm-hmm. Okay, Flight 93, when it was supposed to hit building 7, and I'm gonna pull out my notes because I don't want to get get off. Okay, I want to get this right because it's very important to me. Okay, so 9 plus 3 equals 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1, 7, and 5 equals 13. 7 and 7 equals 14. So now we established a pattern. So 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay.
You see how deep that is?
Yeah.
11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay.
So these numbers you adding up are these
are the flight numbers.
Flight numbers, okay.
These are the flight numbers. Now this is all about the flight numbers. Mm-hmm. So you add them up. So now
11, 12, 13, and 14.
And 14.
So okay.
Okay. So that's what the floor.
Hold on. See, that's where that alkaline diet cover in because I'm like, I'm following them because I'm clear. You know what I'm saying? That's why I asked you what those the flight numbers.
Those are the flight numbers.
Okay, gotcha.
Those are those.
And it makes sense. I'm with you. I'm with you.
So it makes sense. Okay, so not only that, but 93 it represents in a lot of people that don't may not think it's bad, but they want to go to that next level. But it actually represents it's the will to extend out of the illusion of base consciousness into the cosmic awareness, which cosmic awareness will be the spiritual reality versus the physical plane.
So when you talk about this physical, the spiritual,
yeah.
In what realm of spirituality are they? Is that man-made or is
no? Because 93 is actually a good number. It's a godly number, but your actions speak louder than your words. If you want to kill somebody or hate somebody, then you can take the power of the 93
and flip it around.
And they call it mirroring. So now it's 39. So 93 and 39 is gonna be the same thing, and you're gonna see that. When I leave this, and then I'm gonna tie it in. We're gonna tie it into the Kansas City Chiefs, and then how they completed the ritual, and all of that stuff. It's gonna be tied in together. Okay. So, go ahead. You got a question?
Yeah, I got a question. Okay, so vaguely heard about. Okay, so the masonry. So you're talking about the masons that.
We talking about
Masons or
all of them.
Okay,
from the Scottish Rite, the York Rites, the Blue Lodge.
Cause I got a couple of friends, whatever.
Eastern Stars, Prince Halls. They all
tie in.
It's tied in.
Okay.
Even your frats, even your Greeks.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so what is. You
want to know the motivation? Why would somebody want to do something like that?
Yeah. What is that all?
Okay. So.
Especially if they going in knowing,
but they don't. Okay, see when you get a certain degree, like just say, that's why I mentioned behind the hidden veil. After you get like 33 degrees, and then if you a candidate, they think you're a candidate to go even further. Then they bring you in behind the veil, and then when you get behind the veil, then they introduce it, and then. Okay. I
would think that you would know what you get.
But some people, a lot of it is a lot of people get blackmailed into it. A lot of people is born into it. A lot of people is threatened into it. Okay. And then when we talking about MK Ultra programming, that stuff is real. You see it. MK, that's a CIA program, MK Ultra, or we hear Mockingbird programming, Mockingbird Media. Why the media is called Mockingbird? What Mockingbirds do? Okay, the real Mockingbirds, what they do? They can mock any other bird call.
Oh, really? Okay,
that's what a Mockingbird. Okay. So that's why the media is called Mockingbird.
Okay,
so they are embedded into the media, so they are just. Regurgitate the same thing over and over again.
So the masonries guys, whatever, to keep us dumbed down.
Keep us dumbed down because they don't want us to know gematria and know the numbers. Okay.
So the numbers and everything obviously mean something.
Yes.
They mean something. So
right.
How they use. Do they use that to communicate within each other?
So
yeah.
So I let me ask you this real quick. So I always had a like a I think 1 + 1 = 2, right?
Right.
Why? So how can 1 × 1 = 1?
I know. We had that discussion.
I've never understood.
Right, and it should be multiple. But so but that's another subject.
Okay.
That's just going to something else.
Okay.
So now we still tying this. The key is to 93. So we are. After going in depth into the world, we know it was an inside, or we believe that it was an inside job. Allegedly, it was an inside job.
We're talking about the World Trade Center.
The World Trade Center bombings. Okay. Realistically and logically, from logical thinking, somebody from Afghanistan that had training in a Cessna airplane.
Right here, it was in Cahokia.
You cannot fly a commercial airline. This is my argument when it first happened. Okay, I can get in my car and I can drive to St. Louis. I can see the skyline of St. Louis, and I can watch the signs on the highway that's going to lead me to St. Louis, downtown St. Louis. And when you're in the air, you don't have the benefit of none of that.
None of that, right?
So you can't say that you 800 miles away and I'm finna drive this airplane and crash into. You can't see it,
right? But can't you direct put the coordinates? You can't even put. You couldn't.
When the plane took off, no, because they said that they were going to the airport.
Right.
They had people on it. The media told us they going to the airport, so the coordinates is already put in for the airport. And the fighter and the pilots. What a lot of people don't understand is that 90% of all commercial airline pilots were former fighter jet pilots. So they have a protocol in the event of a hijack. If somebody got a gun to you and you driving your car and they trying to jack you,
right?
You got your seatbelt on. If you train, I'm going to smash on the gas or smash on the brake and hit something. The G-force going to force that person. Now imagine 1,000 times more G-forces on a commercial airline when a pilot going a straight dive. That person that supposedly had that gun on him going to go.
But the coordinates wise,
there's no way.
Right, and they just clicked when you said that, because like even if that was the case, wouldn't they know that they break in that code
exactly
to go to? Wait a minute, we gave you these coordinates.
So why are you coming?
Why you going that way? And I seen a movie like that too. Yeah. They knew. As a matter of fact, I seen a movie. I think it was called Hijack.
Yeah.
Where they hijacked the airplane.
They
put it in the movie, and the reason why they know the reason why they know the airplane was being hijacked because it was going off course.
Yes.
Off the map.
And then you go ahead.
No, so I mean, I'm with y'all because So what are you saying? So. Because from my understanding, when you're in the cockpit lock. Nobody can get in the cockpit.
Nobody can get in the cockpit.
And there's nobody.
And it's really bulletproof.
But yeah, and so what did they do to take over the cockpit?
That's what I'm getting ready to touch on. Okay, there was those 4 planes. All those planes was grounded. One more plane was supposed to be in the air, and that was supposed to be in Air Force One.
Yeah.
But from doing research from a lot of retired military Air Force pilots, they say 3 AWACS was in the air also.
What is that?
The AWACS.
The fighters?
No, they are the satellite planes that have capability of taking over planes remotely.
I heard about that.
You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
So why we not talking about that? So if these 3 AWACS are in the air and they have remote control capabilities to take over these commercial airlines, there go your answer right there.
So who put the AWACS in the air?
Code 93.
So the
Code 93, the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The Bush family is.
So what was the overall? Now you putting everything together, and I was just got smarter than the average, just that quick. Because it makes sense.
It makes sense.
So what was the agenda?
The agenda. What happened right after that?
Then they killed.
Now
the world.
It was to get control to take more control away from the American people. And now when you go to the airport, what you got to do?
Oh my goodness!
You gotta go through everything.
But before that, you could go all the way to the airplane and hug your family, say bye. You didn't have to get patted down. You didn't have to get stripped down. So that
that actually did, man.
Because
it made
that changed everything.
It made it
And
so.
It made it more of a police state.
Then they want to do the IDs now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just more control. You
More
gotta
control.
have what was that?
More rights lost.
What Illinois was supposed to get the
universal ID.
Yeah. So I don't know if did they ever go through with it?
They did, but I don't have one.
Well, I think they kept moving it. They kept moving it back. Next year you gotta have it.
Yeah, so that was,
what was your?
I almost forgot, but okay. So, but didn't they try to blame? They blamed that on the terrorists.
They blame
people. Like what? So
so 2001.
That's what my daughter.
Saddam Hussein.
Mm-hmm.
They blamed it on
Laden.
people that Bin Laden. No, this was all the same.
That was
it's the same.
Because the first thing that they said was the first thing they were saying was it was terrorists from.
But they did. But what we don't know is the day before the bombings or the World Trade, $2 trillion came up missing. Donald Rumsfeld couldn't account for $2 trillion.
About that.
Yes, so. The World Trade Center houses that money, and not only that, gold. Not only that, birth certificate. So we went through a transition of being on the gold standard. Then Nixon took us off the gold standard, and then our dollar was backed up by petrol. Okay, then $2 trillion came mixed up. So now, where you gonna get the petrol from? We need more petrol.
I remember when I was in Iraq, and we took, it was a cave. So they say it was a cave, but it was full of U.S. money. And gold.
And what year was this? This was like in 89, 90?
No. This was actually the new one.
The new, okay.
Yeah, it may happen in 89 and 92 because they still going over there to do something.
Yeah.
But it was to the point where when we went and took over this one certain area, they brought in all these other like CIAs and stuff They were all. They was
already there.
We was just there to secure
it,
and but we couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I think I said another time we were over there. That's why I say we had these patches on to say Operation Iraqi Freedom. Mm-hmm. It was called Operation Iraqi Liberation. Yeah. But we had the patches that say OIL, and within 24 to 48 hours within the war we was over there, they were like, hey, we need those patches back. We got new ones. Because it's spelled oil. OIL.
Operation Oil.
So I guess somebody say, hey, man, we can't. Somebody gonna figure that out while we over here.
Right.
So they gave us OIF.
So
that war changed names within 48 hours.
Yes.
It went from Operation Iraqi Liberation to Operation Iraqi Freedom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, we just can't tell on ourselves like that.
Right.
But everything like the numbers and letters and acronyms, they all mean something. Yeah.
Now I even see sometimes it's be highlighted, and I don't know if it's just to be true, that when you see certain celebrities and stuff, they throw signs.
They put it in our face because most people is not in tune with their spiritual being.
Right.
Okay. Now that was the past, and you bring it up to see how Code 93 is still influencing us. The Kansas City Chiefs. Mm-hmm. I use them as an example. Mm-hmm. Okay. The Kansas City Chiefs win Super Bowl was the headline. Okay. In Gematria is a art where the letters and numbers have meanings. So a lot of things that's defined, that you define it with the numbers, and it means something else. So Kansas City Chiefs, if you put that Kansas City Chiefs when we in Super Bowl, you put that in the Gematria calculator, it's going to equal 349.
What you mean by that?
He showed me that.
Okay, a Gematria calculator is when you put a word in, and then it gives you the corresponding numbers based on a 4-base cipher that Colt 93 uses. It's like 10 different ciphers, but right now, and probably for the last 30 years, they've been basically using a 4-base cipher, which meaning one cipher is when A equals 1 all the way to Z. It's a 26 letter and 26, and then you have a reverse, which would Z be 1, and it's the other way. Then you have ordinal, and then you have it's 4 of them.
It's almost like it's almost like
So
a coding.
It's a coding.
Yeah.
It's like, you got Morse code in the military, so it's a coding. So when you put that in their calculator, it equals 349.
Okay.
And and 349 equals 93. If you write out 349, you put that, so it equals 93.
Okay.
So they had their hands on the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. Now Travis Kelce, he wore number 87. Okay. In 87, you were written out in the Gematria calculator equals 93. So he chose his number. Travis Kelce finished the game with 93 yards receiving.
Okay.
Okay, Travis Kelce, he flashed this. He got the Vince Lombardi Trophy first. Right after the game, he held it first, and he did this.
That's the sign.
That's the sign. 93. That's a 9, and that's the arm of the 9, and that's the 3. When you see these and cover.
Wow.
That's what that means.
That's
the 93.
crazy.
So
I always see them rappers. That,
Right.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
93.
Look.
So-
Hey,
So when
I'm
they're
not
doing
a
that,
93. I'm not of that.
So when they doing that, they're doing signs
They
and that
signal-
acknowledging each other, whatever.
It's
stuff
not
like
right
that.
because it used to be like, when who is that? Aleister Crowley. When they used to greet, when they be at an event, they say, "Do what thy wilt is the whole of the law," and that's how they greeted each other. And then that's kind of tiresome. Do as thy will is the whole of the law. Whenever you greet each other, and you going to all at this event,
So now
they'll
just
do this
Yeah.
or they'll do this.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
You'll
I
see this
that
a lot, and you will see this a lot.
So
I even see prejudice doing that.
Oh yeah. Oh definitely.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying?
Hey, but
Definitely.
so it's basically, and it still goes, and I'm just gonna try to put it in.
Yeah.
You see gang members when they, it's what set you claim they can do.
Right,
it,
right,
they,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same kind of concept.
It's the same concept. So
But on a higher
it's
level.
these is the trillionaires and the
Right.
people that's moving, that's making the world move.
Right.
So not only that, Travis Kelce dropped a movie on 3/9, March the 9th.
What you mean?
He after the Super Bowl, he dropped. I guess he made a video or a movie.
Okay, gotcha.
And 3/9 is the reverse image and mirror image of 93.
Right.
As above, so below. That's what that phrase. As above, so below.
So what you think about this though? Real talk,
Yeah.
Travis. Since you're on Travis
Yeah.
Kelce, and it's a few more artists. What you think about them? Like he was one of the big guys for the jabber.
Right. That's for
What's the
Pfizer.
jabber?
Pfizer.
The
So
shot.
he's a spokesperson
Oh, okay.
because he agreed to be 93.
Okay.
So they represent 93.
Yeah, and
It's-
John
so it's-
Legend.
Okay, so
Same thing.
So is that the guy? Was it like last year or whatever that passed out? What was?
DeMar Hamlin,
I ain't even heard nothing else about the dude and
93.
stuff like-
If
different guy.
No, that's same
No,
guy.
same
no,
guy.
Okay, no.
DeMar Hamlin,
It was
Buffalo
the guy-
Bills.
Buffalo Bills. The one had
Was that last year? The heart thing was the
Yeah,
heart
yeah,
thing.
yes, on the field.
Because I heard something
I
about
ain't
he
heard
took
nothing
the
about
shot
him.
or something.
And then they started saying that wasn't him, and he was showing up at the games. It was a.
It was him, but as we know that we have technology. The CIA, the FBI, they have what they call, especially if you agree to it.
Mhm.
They got a heart attack gun.
Really?
They can shoot you with this gun and cause you to have a heart attack.
Well,
but it's vibration. It's
I was
waves.
just
Is
going
that,
to say
is
yes.
that,
know,
that's
it's-
something
it's-
similar to
yeah,
what
so-
the gun the police use?
No, that's
Not the taser.
Okay.
taser.
This is a vibration.
As far as
Okay.
like some pressure, like
The poof,
Oh,
you
wow.
know, yeah. So it's things like that. Lamar Hamlin is tied in when he was on the ground, and then you seen it on TV. It was 2 football players standing up.
Yeah.
One was number 33 and one was number 36, and it was a lady on one knee, and she was doing this over him.
I didn't see that, but
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm
if
pretty sure
you
you
did,
go back.
yeah.
You go back and look
And
at it.
then you go back and look at it. Then the ambulance that came and got him,
Had 90.
93.
I saw.
Really?
I did see that.
93.
I did see that.
Yeah, so-
you know, I think you told me that.
So-
and I went back and
Yeah, so you
saw
go
it, and I
back,
was like,
I'm about to
you go
check
back
that
and
out.
look.
I was like,
so,
man,
so
'cause-
it's out there, but we just overlook it.
But it's so crazy. He told me some stuff one day, and I'm just like, and I had to go. He told me something else one day,
Yeah.
and I went back and fact checked him, and I was like, dude, why nobody else see this?
Yes, because most of us, it's time consuming, and then a lot of us as a society is comfortable
Yeah.
in where we're at in our life.
Or
And
just
then
to the
you
point
don't
where
want to stir up the hornet's nest. See, I'm tired. I want to stir that hornet's nest.
Let me ask y'all this, both of y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Go with you first, Chanel.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the United States that the government want to buy out TikTok? What do you?
I thought that was something that had to do something with China or something.
Yeah, well, China owns it. They own the rights to TikTok.
They only run now, or they always had.
It's theirs. It's their app.
Okay, it's their app.
But in China, you only can watch certain things on TikTok, and they cut it off after a certain hour.
Well, that's just not with that. That's with a lot of things, right?
Yeah, but I'm just
Right.
saying. So why do you think United States are so much? See, they say they're against it because it's the algorithm of they like say the war over there in Ukraine or the war over there in Israel and the what's the
Are you saying it's too much free press like type thing?
well,
No.
no.
Okay.
What I'm saying is what the United States saying is the algorithm, like they would promote something so much on there that the United States they stand against you, that it's putting negative publicity, making the United States look at making the United States citizens.
That's some parts making us to hate us. In other words,
yeah.
to hate to be an American.
Making
It's
us
an
say we
agenda.
hate to be. It's an agenda.
It's an agenda that
So what I'm saying is, it's a pro and a con to it because I a lot of stuff on TikTok that was revealed to me. I mean, I'm a smart guy. I think I'm a smart guy. I know what's real and what's fake. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's almost like I feel like I look at it like this. A lot of people get their news off TikTok.
That's not good.
It's not good, but what about the stuff that's real on there that they're not showing us on the news? You know what I'm saying? What about
but it's individuals like me. I get a TikTok account and I can show the stuff, but TikTok as a whole app, you got to be careful. If you have to have a VPN because they data harvest, China data harvest and steal your stuff, and they can have access to your bank accounts, and then it's so deep now that they can put you somewhere you're not. You know.
Yeah.
Shit, Demond can do this and put us in Jamaica right now.
I'm saying as far as criminal activity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they
can
say
want
this
to
person
scam.
got shot, they can say I was there, and they can prove I was there through an app.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's what data harvesting in
That's the first time I heard Davis.
Yeah.
So what's the
but-
difference? What's the difference between TikTok and MSNBC?
nothing. They both to be fake news.
No, I'm just saying. So if you can do that with the TikTok app,
I'm for independent news media journalism.
So, but they can do it. So far as they can shape your agenda, they can shape your mindset.
Yes.
They can
And
shape
that's-
you.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna tell you
But
this. When COVID was around, Tony.
Yes.
Let me real
Yes.
quick. You remember that music they was playing,
Yeah.
and all those numbers in the corner. Man, that used to get on my fucking nerves, man.
That was a
noise.
program. That was a
It
program.
was almost like it was but
I bet you was fasting too during that time. You didn't fast, so it was getting on your nerves.
Yes.
People that wasn't fasting, that didn't bother them.
that bothered the hell out of me.
I don't even remember what that was.
It was just like the numbers in the corner.
right in the corner.
It was a live
CNN.
date to date of how many people died,
Right.
how many people
Okay.
hospitalized. It kept,
Okay.
it was just
it was
okay.
updating.
It was
And-
updating.
and it was total
It-
propaganda.
yeah.
It was total lie.
Well, I've gotten to the point because this was years ago. And I hope it's not too much off the subject. This was years.
No, the subject open.
Yeah.
I mean,
This-
I'm
probably
past my
about-
15 minutes.
probably about like 20 years ago. I was dealing with the Moore Science Temple case.
Okay,
and stuff
okay,
like that.
okay.
I found it real interesting.
Yeah,
Whatever.
right.
I found it real interesting, whatever, in a lot of different areas, whatever, to the point where I just cut off TV. I don't know if it's social media was around at that particular time, and just got into books. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I can possibly find in books and whatever and stuff like that. In realm of everything, history, I wouldn't say documentaries, whatever, but basically the history, whatever, and stuff like that. So it got to the point where for a whole year I didn't even watch TV. Didn't even want to watch TV. By the time I started watching TV and stuff like that, I think it so much had changed because of the writers went on strike or whatever, that they started doing like reality stuff like that, whatever. Because they didn't have anything on TV. So I just say that to say all that. After that, it gave me a different perspective on, and I'm not anti-government, United States, whatever, and stuff like that. But it gave me a different outlook to the point where you just can't put something in front of me and I'm gonna go along to get along, believe it, just like because it's the norm or whatever type of stuff, whatever. Because if it makes me curious to the point where it looks to the point like it's just too real, it can't be that real. It's got to be something behind that. And it just seems like to me when it comes down to the government and stuff like that, and I hope they don't get in trouble, whatever. No, you ain't gonna get in trouble. But when you get down to the government, they don't have their citizens. They don't have their citizen in the best interest.
That's I believe.
Can I say this?
And the reason why I say that, because of the vaccination shot that they was trying to get everybody to have or whatever, and to the point where they was threatening you and stuff like that, where you say you lose your jobs and stuff like that. If we that free to the point that if we don't want to do that, then why would you?
You just said some shit right there, boy. You said $1 million worth of shit in 5 minutes. Yeah. So we ain't free as you think we are free.
Yeah, because it gets real deep, whatever. Because people, we think just because we have the necessity things that we can easily put our hands on, that we free to do a lot of things when we're not free to do a lot of things and whatever.
Can I ask you this? Mm-hmm. Two things in the border crisis.
Okay.
Is that the immigrants coming over here to the point the government is giving
the
government is giving them housing,
illegal aliens?
They even give them like a jump start, like give them
my
money.
thing is this: we pay taxes every fucking day.
Yeah.
And they will come hound our ass for you get pulled over if you ain't got a sticker on your car or something like that.
Yes.
These people are coming over here and getting more
money, more grants, more fresh start.
How the hell? I wanted to go to New York. Yeah. Shit, I should have went over there to fucking cross the border, and they would put me on the plane, and I went for free.
For free.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
Why people outside of us not seeing that? Why are you not seeing there's something wrong with that picture?
That's so government.
That's crazy.
It is.
But you know why? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go back to this. You gotta clean yourself, alkaline.
Yeah.
Alkaline your body so you can see past this madness.
People say it is sad, but it's true. They say, well, Jesus got me, and I'm going to pray. No, and it is like,
and they just let it go. They just let it go. My thing about that with okay, I don't do religion, but I feel that I'm very spiritual, and I do believe that there is a higher being, whatever. Listen, the way certain things is for the God and Him creating everything. He didn't just dump us here and just say, y'all figure it out. There's guidelines and things, whatever, that's set in place and stuff for us, whatever, and stuff like that. And he, most like from my understanding, he give us a choice.
You have a free will.
For free will.
Yes.
So, but is it to the point where you just know in your spirit that it ain't right?
Yes.
And you're
supposed to have that.
Yeah, because I get it. I get it.
That,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. So now, not only that, it's like people would say, Jesus coming back to resurrect and all that kind of stuff like that. But we were supposed to be waiting on him, but is he waiting on us?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Put in the work.
You still got to put in the work, man.
You just can't,
You just can't just say, okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna give it to the Lord. The Lord will figure it out, whatever.
Yeah.
But you got,
I'm
but
not
he
laughing because
but he
you
giving
got a
you
lot of
all,
folks
but he
that
giving
know
you
that,
all the
you know.
tools.
Yeah.
He's giving you all the tools here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I understand that you got Google, social media sites, whatever, and stuff like that. But you still got to go in there, put in the work, whatever, and stuff like that.
Hey, Yerk, what you feel about that, man? You got any questions? Yerk at the ball over there, y'all. We ain't got no camera over there. You just hands up. You neutral. Hey, let me say this, man. Like for like God, I believe in this a higher being. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I believe that. When I was in Iraq, I was like, man, how did I get back here without a scratch? Mm-hmm. And I seen, I seen some of my guys not make it back or get wounded and all that. So, but you said it right. You still got to put an effort in. You know what I'm saying? I don't like folks to be like, I'm just gonna pray for a check to come in and pay my bills. Yeah. And God got me. Yeah. No, God saying go out there and get a job.
Right.
And
that's what I'm talking about.
I got something else to do. I can't be at your ever beck and call. And you gotta do what they doing. See,
that's similar. My concept is that,
and I don't
there's no doubt. I believe in the Creator. I believe in God. But my belief is that
you have
similar to a watch. Mm-hmm. Okay. After God said 7 days I'm resting, I believe that that clock that's wind up, you don't never need to be wind up again, and boom, you have a free will to do, and God is not having an impact on your life unless you really, 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 really need him. And then I'll use an example. Okay, you hear this all the time in the churches. Oh, I thank God. I thank the Lord for giving me another breath. I thank him for waking me up. Okay, so if you overslept from your job and you constantly do it, is that God? So you see what I'm saying? So if I'm late for work and I'm speeding trying to get there, is that God? Or I wake up and that dog across the street was barking, and now I'm sluggish and I'm tired. Mm-hmm. Is that God?
Right, I know what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying that we have a built-in mechanism as human beings. We're not 100% spiritual. We're not there yet. That's supposed to be after. Okay. We're in this human form. Mm. I believe that it's us. And if you really get yourself in the jam, then you can knock on that door to God and he'll hear you.
But
so if you're gonna say, yeah, I thank God for waking me up, do you thank God for making you late for work? Well, so did God really wake you up, or is it the built-in mechanism that he put in you? In other words, that's what I'm saying.
So that's similar.
It's that clock.
Right. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with me, and I every morning I get up, I say, man, thank God for another day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. But they shouldn't be a testimony in church all the time.
No, I'm not.
I'm just not you, but I'm just in general. That's what I was saying.
I know what you're saying.
When I get in my car, I say, thank God I got a car to drive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have a problem with people always calling on God when there's a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to call on him when I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But people don't thank him when they doing good. They forget about him when they do good. Oh man! But let the money run out or let the car break down. You know what I'm saying? They be like, "Oh Lord, I need you now, Lord." But you ain't need him when you went on the boat.
Right.
They want that money.
Okay, so I got one. Do you think you? And I'm just asking the question for myself and whatever. So, do you think you need a pastor, whatever, to intertwine with you for the connection to get to the higher beam or whatever? Do you have?
No, he's not a mediator. The job of a pastor is to flock the sheep, because everybody can't read, everybody can't write. So the pastor job is to help you with the relationship. Oh, no, I'll take that back. With the fellowship, not the relationship. Mm-hmm. You have the relationship,
right?
but you don't. Some people are just content with the relationship, but
So
not
they
with
need
the
a group.
fellowship.
They need a group.
So they need a group to have the fellowship.
Yeah.
With
To make
with
them
God. So that's the
stronger,
job of
to
the
make them
pastor.
stronger, yeah.
But
Individually, I think from my point, individually, I feel, or might even think I don't need in between.
but you don't need that mediator.
I can have a relationship, that personal relationship
Right,
with
right,
him myself.
right.
I don't need a mediator, whatever, and stuff like that, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But yet, if you talk to Christians, whatever, and stuff like that, they'll make it believe that you have to have. You have to have that pastor, whatever, to guide you, whatever, to interpret the Bible to a certain extent for you to understand.
Well, but there you go. When you really get, if you any book you get into, and like that's why he always say something, and I always go look at it and fact check because I don't want nobody just reading me something because they can interpret it and you can read something and you can read something, and I be like, hold on. Oh, y'all on the same page? Because it don't sound right. You know what I'm saying?
And when I was in church heavily, you right. The pastor can interpret it a certain way, but it was plenty of times, whatever, when I was in the closet and I call my little saint.
You was in the closet at church? What church?
No, I'm talking about my home.
Watch out! I thought you was in the
I know.
Not that kind of. Not that kind of.
I know what you was talking about.
Hey, I didn't know cheese.
That prayer closet. He was in that prayer closet.
I ain't did it now.
Yeah, he was in that prayer
Yo,
closet.
this boy say he was in the closet at church. I'm like, what the church you was in?
I just call that my little sanctuary.
Yeah.
But
I'm just.
I would read this thing. I would read.
I don't know it. You want a beer?
Yeah. Give me one of Michelob's.
You got to open it up for
when
me.
When I would read it,
it's on the wall over there.
It would have a totally different meaning. Because what I would do is I would pray first
on the wall
for God to interpret it for my understanding. And I'm telling you, bro, when I did that,
yeah, you got to understand.
Because I would buy a tape,
yeah,
after the service,
yeah,
and listen to it, go to where he was talking about and stuff. But when I would read it for myself, it'll have totally different. But it's all in the same RAM, whatever stuff like that. So
yeah,
so that was cool, whatever stuff like that, man.
Hey, but here's what y'all think about this, and we're gonna kind of wrap it up.
Yeah.
This is a good topic to wrap it up on. Here you go, Shane.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, check it out. So Pastor Geno Smith.
I like Geno Smith.
Okay, how you know Geno
I like
Smith?
Geno Smith. I like Jesse Peterson too.
So I like Jesse Peterson too because
they gonna give it. They gonna bring it.
Well, here's the thing. He said something that I disagree with. But I kind of do agree with it.
Okay.
And like I say, I like him too.
Because he was going back and forth with TGJ for a minute, wasn't he?
Well, see, he said they preaching prosperity as far as want everybody to. He say, dude, it's. They're not preaching the Bible. They're not. They're
motivational speakers.
They motivational speakers.
TDJ's turned me off when I was in Texas. And when he started shooting blue lights out his fingers, giving people the Holy Ghost, and they was falling out.
What the fuck?
I know. So that turned me
off. You went somewhere with TDJ.
He's shooting blue lights. He's shooting blue lasers. He's shooting blue lasers.
Like laser tag.
Yeah. So that
you
was
seen that for yourself?
Yeah, I was there. TDJ's got doggone
he got powers.
Meters, parking meters in his doggone parking lot.
Parking meters, bro?
Parking meters.
That's a big church.
Big church.
That's
parking meter. So
that church
that's
bigger
right there.
That church look like the St. Clair Square Mall.
Arena, don't it?
Yeah.
It's like arena.
So that right there, I was tripped out.
Him and the other guy would kind of remind me of each other. The white guy was it Osteen?
Osteen. Him, Copeland,
he got a mega church.
All of them together.
They got jets.
They in the same circle.
Well, TDJ took it to the next level when he was partying with P Diddy with strippers.
Well, he ain't the only one.
I know. I'm just saying, but he, I guess. And that's the thing.
Okay, so you a member of his church, and whether how can you be a pastor of a church like that and preach gospel yet I wouldn't think that a pastor would even be affiliated to the point that you would go and be in that arena of somebody who that's throwing a party like that.
You know why? Because
is it because he's giving him money.
That's part of it.
93.
But
it
that's
all
part,
goes to 93.
Okay, but that's part of it. Get money, but it's bigger than that. It's
Yeah.
Is that like the what they call that what they call them that sorcery kind of stuff?
Sorcery is involved.
What
they call it? Sacrificing and all that
Yeah,
kind of
human
stuff like that.
that's involved. All of that. All of that's together. Human sacrifice,
my thing is this.
sorcery.
I feel that, like, I mean, you just they bluntly just doing what they want to do in your face,
Right, and they know you can't do nothing about it.
And you can do nothing about it. You know, and then let's talk about, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's not just talk about T.D. Jakes. Let's talk about the Catholic priests that mess with these little boys.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They don't go to jail. They just get sent somewhere else and demoted, and you never hear from them again.
That's crazy, man.
What it should be a lot of priests and reverends in jail, right? They just should have a jail for them.
Yeah,
you know, because it's
so when that happens, whatever. So is it more so the religion? Is the Catholic religion itself?
No,
it's going to get a dent in it, or it's just that's that man. There's something wrong with him.
Well,
because I feel that's not just a one here every once in a while type of thing.
That's going
on a lot. So if that's the case, then as a Catholic, it should be more than just him sending him somewhere else. Why they don't go to jail?
Let me ask you this:
because if you used to do what they would do, whatever stuff, you would go to jail.
We don't.
So are they so high in religion that
No. It ain't about at that point. It's not about religion. It's about that thing.
It's code 93.
That code 93.
Yeah,
it's a system.
Yeah.
You know what kind
of system for us a 93 whatever will have you doing that to kids or whatever?
It's because see, okay.
Because what benefit is that?
Pedophilia.
Okay.
Pedophilia is not. It's deeper than sex. It ain't just having sex with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a fetish or something?
No.
It's a ritual.
It's ritualistic, and it's a drug that's called adrenochrome. That's the most expensive drug on the planet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you were scared. No, you were scared. It's adrenaline. It's fear. He said a Molly or something.
I mean,
it's and only kids. Only kids produce it. Sorry.
I figured I had to have a laugh.
He said Molly. But
that shit was funny right there, man.
Adrenochrome has age reversing capabilities,
yes.
And it's a high.
Yes,
and so that's why you have
Pizzagate.
Yeah, so you would scare a kid. You would take a kid and you would scare him to the point of death, and then you would draw the adrenaline out of him or her.
Keep you young, keep you youthful.
Deep. Yeah, it's
true.
And it's
because this is the first time I heard this.
Yeah, reverse aging. A lot of your women products with the anti-aging cream.
Yeah,
that's
I see
where
that a lot.
From. That's where it come from.
Hillary was on the Breakfast Club with she called it hot sauce.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. So it's so deep, but we gotta. I mean, awareness is good, but it's spiritual.
Yeah.
So it's more than that's why child trafficking and human trafficking.
Yeah, I was just gonna go there. I was going there.
The Super Bowl is the largest child trafficking venue on the planet. It's the Super Bowl.
Is it? And I know it's the most watched.
And what
to the point, you know what I'm saying? To the point, everything almost shut down. Whatever and stuff by the Super Bowl is going down.
And what they would do, the regular Joes that are around, and even not the regular Joes, sometimes they put a decoy out there and say, "Okay, we caught this."
Right.
We caught them. They make us be like, "Yeah, get them." But then
you think Robert Kraft was just with a prostitute? That was a story he spun, but it was involved with kids.
Yeah.
Because allegedly they say Oprah a part of that.
Oprah is.
Yeah.
Jay-Z a part of that.
Jay-Z is.
The dude that disappeared.
Blue Ivy. What's her daughter's name? Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
That's 93. Her name equal 93.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Put Blue Ivy in the convention calculator.
Allegedly, I just heard this that Jay-Z was pimping Beyonce. I heard. I mean, that's the new thing now.
Allegedly.
They
allegedly.
no.
I would not deny it. I wouldn't.
I would deny it.
You would or wouldn't?
I would.
How? Because wouldn't that be the same thing like P Diddy was doing with
both of them. Both of them is she too high on the totem pole. She's a high priestess.
You talking about Beyonce?
Is a high priestess in Code 93.
No, she's Sasha Fierce, dude.
Put Sasha Fierce. Why she choose Sasha Fierce equal 93?
Who is Sasha Fierce?
That's her alter.
Oh, now I got that calculator. I'm gonna put that in there.
That?
Sasha Fierce.
Who's Sasha Fierce?
That's Beyonce's alter.
That's you ain't never heard of.
Who's Jay-Z? Who's Sean Carter? See, if you ask Sean Carter if he Illuminati, Sean Carter is going to say no.
But he always throwing a sign.
No, but if you ask Jay-Z or Hove if he Illuminati, he gonna get a different answer.
How so? I mean, like, explain
because these are alters.
Oh, like, is that like alter ego?
Yeah. See, then you the same person. T.I., then you got Tip.
Yeah.
You got
Chanel and you got Sean.
Right. Okay.
One week you Illuminati, next week you just
a
dude from 35th Street.
Right.
Yeah, these alters or MK altered, and then the Rain Man. Right. Jehovah, Rain Man. That's his God. That's who give him his money. Eminem, Rain Man. Worship Rain Man. Rihanna, Rain Man. And not the rain, not the RAI.
I know what you're saying.
Okay, Rain Man. And then Drake OVO.
OVO.
That's the owl. That's his God.
Wow.
Colin Kaepernick and that new Shu the Kneeler. That's an Egyptian god. That's why the Kneeler one. Shu the Kneeler.
Right.
With the fist up and down.
Wow.
So these are all Egyptian gods that you can look into. That they give homage. LeBron James is Shu the Kneeler. And then he do his ritual. Right. You see him throw the 93 all the time.
And then he throw the smoke in the air.
He used to throw the smoke in the air.
Yeah.
But he graduated from that.
He ain't got to do that no more.
He don't got to do that no more.
You hear that? He don't throw no smoke in there.
And then he got the big big boule tattoo on his chest.
Yeah.
Then he got the chosen one. You put chosen one.
Yeah.
In the calculator.
Because I'm assuming they get to a point, they already choose who they want to have a face of something.
Yeah.
Like the face of NBA.
Yeah.
That's why it seems
right there.
Yeah, that's like, to me, that's why they so steadfast on the NBA having a face of the NBA.
Yeah, so it's a failing product too, though.
Huh?
It's a failing product. So that's what I was going to mention when you guys were discussing about the different trades and you know, the NBA product is failing because more and more people are waking up to the riggedness in all the sports. The NFL, that's why the numbers is down in all professional sports across the board.
Right.
They doing too much. Like right now, they got the what's that, United Football League now?
Yeah. So they have to they trying to tap into other countries because it's more people and they trying to sell that product, but
because now they trying to, because pretty soon I would think that they're gonna need another face of the NBA, whatever, because pretty soon LeBron's gonna retire, Steph's gonna retire, then they got to have somebody.
They got
I'm pretty sure whatever, because last time I heard they want the one guy from what's that tall dude that played for the Spurs?
Yeah, Wannabe or Willoughby.
Yeah, they want him to be the face of the league, but the issue is the fact that, I don't know if it's an issue, is that the fact that if they want a representative of the NBA, they want an American versus somebody from overseas. But it's getting to the point where they coming over so good.
I mean, the Joker and
they coming over so good that they bring the national attention.
Luka, them boys. Right now, they ain't the face of the NBA, but they the NBA.
Yeah,
them boys bad, man. I got to get me I'm gonna get me a Joker, Fathead. Hey, Fathead, send me a Joker, Fathead.
I like that Wemby. I like that Wemby cat. That little that cat.
That boy bad.
He bad, man. He got handles almost like a guard, man.
Man.
Yeah.
So,
but I would like to see whatchamacallit be the face of the league for real. The dude that played for Minnesota. Was it Anthony Edwards? Is it Anthony Edwards?
Minnesota Timberwolves?
Yeah.
Boy, that boy bad.
That boy bad.
Hey, I seen them play the other night, dude. Hey, Chanel. They lost.
He a beast.
They lost. He walked off the court like they won. he shot the last shot, and you know what he said? That's who I was talking about, y'all. You know what they asked him, what happened? You had a wide open shot. You know what he said?
What's that?
He said the defensive player fell, and I thought he was gonna play more defense on me, and it kind of threw me off.
Wow.
3-pointer could have won the game. Open shot. He had hit everything. He said, but the dude, he thought he was finna do something, and the dude fell, and he was like, he said I could have kept going to the bucket. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that boy, hey, you see how he dunk on people, man?
He a beast, man.
You know who he remind me of?
Kobe. He remind me of Kobe.
And Dominique Wilkins, the boy can jump out the gym.
Yeah, he can jump out there. He blocked the shot. He blocked the shot the other night. He hit his head on the rim. On the rim.
Oh, hit his head on the rim.
Mm-hmm. So that means his neck was over the rim with him. That's crazy,
that boy
man.
bad, man.
That boy bad.
And they asked him. They said,
You
"So
remind me
how
of
great
Kobe.
are you?" What he say? He say, "I'm still learning the game." He say, "See me in 2 years. You know, not next year. See me in 2-3 years. I'm gonna be in 22."
He remind me of Kobe, man. He
Man,
got
that
that
boy
man. He got
bad.
that man. He got that killer. He got that killer.
I would love to see. You know, I
would like to see him and John Morant go against each other and stuff like
Who?
that. John Morant.
That guy right there.
Yeah.
Man, he kill. He'll
I
kill him.
don't know.
What?
He might kill him off the court while
Man,
all that
no.
damn trouble he gets.
No. He will. He's John Morant and more. To me, John Morant good, but he's way better than John Morant, dude.
I don't know. I'm not arguing with him, but saying,
Hey, what y'all think? Hey, like and subscribe to our YouTube.
Yeah.
ESTL. I'm sorry. Truth Be Told, ESTL. Sean, Tony, Ro. We'll see y'all in 2 more weeks. Peace.
No doubt.
Peace.
All right. Cool.
Another episode of Truth Be Told.